Cassie here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have some very special announcements for you all in regards to my upcoming book release. So I'm going to be sending out ARCs pretty soon, otherwise known as advanced review copies. So if any of you are interested in receiving an early copy of my novel Broken Together in exchange for an honest review, stay tuned to the end of this video and I will tell you how you can apply for that. Another thing I'm going to be setting up soon is my street team. Now this is an opportunity for any of you who want to support me and my writing and also have a chance to win some prizes. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll tell you about that as well. So instead of just coming at you with an update on where I'm at with my writing and ARCs and street teams and all that, I wanted to give you some actual content to enjoy today. So I decided to merge that information with this other video idea I had because I don't think this other video is going to be very long if I just put it out there on its own. So hopefully you enjoy what I have to share with you today. So today we're going to be talking about the movie Us by Jordan Peele. So if you haven't seen this movie yet, I am going to be talking about it a bit. I'm not going to get into too serious of spoiler territory, so I don't think it'll be too much of a problem if you haven't seen the movie yet. If I do say anything like super spoilery, then I'll probably put a spoiler text up on the screen to warn you, but I don't plan on spoiling anything major. So my husband and I recently got around to watching this movie and it was a major disappointment. We really loved Get Out, so we kind of had high expectations for it. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that Us was not nearly as good as Get Out, so we kind of, like, our expectations were lowered because of those poor reviews. But we were still excited to see the movie, and it just ended up being a major flop for me, in my opinion. It was full of plot holes, and the whole story in my opinion, was just bad writing, and I want to explain why so that hopefully we can learn something. So basically, to give you just a really simplistic overview of the movie, because I'm terrible at like summing things up, there are human beings in the world like there are in our real world, and then there are these tether people, and they are like sort of clones of the humans, and they don't like the humans, they want to kill them, and that's where all the mysterious craziness comes from. It's a suspenseful, I would say horror movie, but it really wasn't very scary at all, but it's a suspenseful film about these people murdering these other people, and they look the same. And there's a lot of social political stuff that the writer apparently was trying to get at through the film that I personally didn't get at all until like I read later that that's what he was going for. So that in itself was to me kind of poor writing since I didn't even like understand the message at all. And I think I'm a pretty intelligent person and I really like stories and I like diving into like, what does this mean? So I feel like it was kind of a problem that I didn't get that at all until I read about it. But that's actually not what I'm going to talk to you about today. What I want to talk to you about is, so this part is kind of a spoiler, I guess I should say. I should say that it is kind of a spoiler. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal, but it is about kind of the end of the movie and the explanation for why these tether people exist. So if that's going to bother you because you haven't seen the movie yet, then maybe you shouldn't watch this video. I'll just say that. So when we get around to the point where the writers decide to tell us how these clone people who look like these other people exist, they decide to explain that by saying that they are actual clones. They have been created by man to be clones of these other people. But the problem is there are so many plot holes if that is the explanation for these people existing. Like, these clone people are also kind of connected to their like clone counterparts. Like when they move, the clones move, and they have like the same thoughts and the same relationships, and it's just none of that is explained by saying that these are man-made clones. And basically the lesson that I think is really important here is that when you're going to explain mysterious concepts in a story, there are basically two different routes that you can go.
There are basically two schools of thought.
The first of which being the route that the movie Us went, which is to explain it using kind of science fiction. Like, this is a man-made situation. These clones were created by man, by the advancements of science and technology. And the thing about that is when you go the science fiction route, you have to then explain a whole lot more. Everything else has to follow logic. You can't just say, well, this thing was created by man, but then they're also somehow magically connected to their clone selves. It's like, well, why is that the case? If there's no magic involved in this situation and it was just a man-made thing, then that doesn't make any sense. On the other hand, the other route you can go is sort of the more fantasy route or supernatural, paranormal route, which is to explain it with magic, to say, you know, these clone people just exist. This is how it's always been from the beginning of time. Every time a human being is born, their clone self is also born and they are connected. And that then makes sense that they're connected because it's magic. And when magic is involved, we can more easily suspend our disbelief and just accept that that's just how it is. But the problem I had with the movie Us is that they didn't take the magic route, they took the science fiction route and then just didn't explain anything, really. And that to me is a problem, because when you're gonna choose to start to explain things with logic, like, oh no, this isn't magic, this is a logical situation. These men, like, logically with science and technology created these people, you can't then just revert back to magic and be like, but then, you know, after they created the people, a whole bunch of weird stuff happened and we don't really understand it. Like, it's a little bit too much of a blend of the two to me. And for myself personally, I would have enjoyed the movie a lot more had they just either explained things better and didn't have so many plot holes and explained things more logically and everything followed a logical pattern, or just ditch that idea altogether and go the magic route. And to me, like, as a writer, this actually kind of bothered me, because I've had ideas before where I have like half of an idea that sounds interesting and mysterious and I can like explain part of it, but then there are other parts that I'm like, I can't really figure out how that would logically make sense. And to me, if I have an idea like that, then it's not a complete idea. It's not ready to be written. I need to figure out how to logically explain the rest of it, because just explaining this part isn't enough, because there's too many other unanswered questions. So it was a little bit annoying to me to see a movie where I felt like that's what they did. Like, they had half of an idea and explained part of it, but then they didn't have explanations for everything else, but then they just went ahead and made the movie anyway. And that to me is just poor writing. So I just thought that this could be a good lesson for us writers out there, that if you are going to be writing something that has a lot of mysterious elements, either science fiction elements or fantasy elements, really take into consideration if you're going to go the science fiction route and make things logical and founded in like reality and like our reality and science and technology, you need to make sure that you have answers to all those questions. And if you can't find answers to all those questions, and there are a lot of plot elements that you're like, well, I don't really know how science would explain that, then maybe you should consider that you might just be writing a fantasy novel. You might need to change things up a little bit, take a little bit of the science out, and just lean full force into the magic elements and the supernatural elements. So anyway, that's all I have to say about the movie Us. That just really bothered me a lot, and I've seen so many people like debating back and forth on whether or not it's a good movie, and some people are like, well, you just need to suspend your disbelief. You just can't ask all those questions. And it's like, no, but I have to ask those questions. If you're gonna explain it with logic and science and technology, then you need, like, that needs to apply to everything. You can't just like half-ass that, you know, that's not how it works. That's just poor writing. That's not me being too critical or thinking about it too much. That's just like, you didn't finish writing this. You didn't finish coming up with answers to all these questions that you should have before you started making the thing. So anyway, that's how I felt about this movie, and that's all I gotta say. I hope you learned something. Now on to the announcements section of this video. If you would like to receive an arc of my book broken together in exchange for an honest review, you can see the links down below. There are 2 links, well, there are lots of links down below because I have all my social media and everything that I always have, but there's gonna be one link that is a form to fill out for if you want to receive an arc. It's a very short form. It's basically just like your name, your email address, and like what social media platforms you would be sharing a review of my book on. So you can fill out that form down below. And then the other form is for anyone who wants to join my street team. So if you're unfamiliar with what a street team is, basically, in my case at least, this is gonna be a Facebook group of people who want to support my writing. And every week I'm gonna have some challenges for you to complete. And if you complete the challenge that week, you'll be entered into a giveaway to win a $10 Amazon gift card. So that means at the end of every week, someone will be getting a $10 Amazon gift card for completing whatever challenges I throw at you that week. Everyone who joins my street team will get an early e-copy of the book so you can read it, and that will be your first challenge. For the first week, the challenge is to read the book. So anyone who reads the book, or if you have read the book already before, some of my family members have already read it, then you'll be entered into that first giveaway to win a $10 Amazon gift card. And then after that, some of the challenges include posting a review to Goodreads, putting the book on your want to read list on Goodreads, talking to your local library about ordering the book, and then most of the other challenges revolve around just sharing posts, like when the book goes on pre-sale, and I'm gonna be having a big pre-sale giveaway. I will put up a video here, and if you share that video, you'll be entered into another giveaway. So basically just lots of really kind of easy stuff that you can do to support me and spread the word about my new novel, and also get a chance to win some prizes. The whole street team process is gonna last about 13 weeks, so technically you have a chance to win up to $130 in Amazon gift cards, which is pretty cool, just for sharing some videos and posts and reading a book. It sounds pretty great to me. So if that's something you'd be interested in, supporting an indie author such as myself and getting a chance to win some fun prizes, you can check out that link down below. There's a link to the form that you have to fill out to apply for my street team. I will say a lot of times people have applications for ARCs and street teams and things to kind of choose who they want to be a part of their street team, but since I am a small creator, there's pretty much a good chance that everybody who applies to be a part of my street team is going to be accepted, because I'm not gonna have like thousands of people applying. So if you want to be a part of my street team, don't let the application thing deter you. I'm sure if you're excited about it, you're gonna get in. It's not like some big exclusive club. So you can check out both of those applications down below if you'd like to receive an arc of my book, or if you want to join my street team. Also, if you'd like to enter a giveaway to win the August Owl Crate box from this last month, you can check out that video down below. I did a video review of Owl Crate's whole subscription process and an unboxing of the August box, and I'm gonna be giving that away as well. The video will tell you how to enter, but really it's super easy. You just have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and be subscribed to my newsletter. So it's not hard, and actually I don't think, as of right now, I don't think anybody has entered yet. So if you really want that box, you probably have a pretty good chance of getting it because there's not a lot of competition. So make sure to check that out. And as usual, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would really help, and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday about books and writing and all that jazz. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all next time, and have a great day. Bye.